Namaste. This is Teresa von Braun at Saosis Mystery School, doing a video on Teresa's State of the Universe. Today we're going to focus on the energy of April, which is certainly we're feeling here on this planet, but this energy is everywhere in the universe at this point in time. And so, as above, so below, that's how it rolls in this universe. So anyway, it's Aries. We're moving into Aries here. And the beginning, the fast, the furious, the first. I love this energy. I love this get up and go and get it done and all that wonderful stuff about this time. So there's going to be a lot of intention towards manifesting. There's going to be a lot of intentions about getting out and going places. There's going to be a lot of intentions about, what to do once you get the COVID shot and when you get that taken care of, and hopefully other people are getting it taken care of. So there's going to be a lot of movement, more than we've seen for a period of time here. And that's going to be very exciting. And people are going to be glad to be coming out of quarantine and hibernation and all of that. But still, please be careful. It's like we're midway. We're not done, okay? We're only maybe midway, and that's important to realize. So this is a period of time when you're going to want to be manifesting around your house, more in your business, different, experiences in your life, that kind of thing. What's important during this month is to really align your emotions, okay, and align your field with what you're wanting to manifest, where you're wanting to go, what you're wanting to do. It's like work on it energetically first. Really let yourself get the emotions in a high place about it, the excitement, the joy, the inquisitiveness, okay, all of that. Let yourself get into that higher state of yearning and wanting, and in a positive way. That's so important. And also think about the construct energetically that you're creating and who you are creating it for, what you are really trying to implement here in this physical world, okay? It's still important to do it energetically, emotionally, mentally, through a visualization, that kind of thing, for you to know more what it is you want, for you to get your head and your heart connected for what you want. Aries can have a tendency to kind of run away or run off or leap too fast, and so that is important. And I would say that all this is true maybe like for the next 3 months as well, okay? We're starting with that. We're in such a huge change between old paradigms and new paradigms, and hopefully we will be moving into more new paradigms, more and more and more and more. And that's what's important for the masses, so to speak, here. Not that all the masses are watching me, but the masses out there. It's important to really visualize what you're wanting here. Visualize what you're wanting your country to be, your world to be, your life to be, that kind of thing. I love the phrase, think globally, act locally. I think that's true with everything. What you put out into the world affects the whole world, not just your immediate surroundings or your immediate self. And so let yourself come from a high place with whatever you're trying to align with to manifest. You align with the vibration and rhythm of your soul, your manifestations are going to come faster. They will manifest faster. They will be more complete. They will be more in alignment with what your soul really is wanting and needing, okay? What you're really yearning for. Yearning itself opens your heart. So let yourself yearn during this fast-moving time. Now, it's important to keep yourself grounded and balanced during this time as well, to be embodied as you can. There's such high energy that's been coming into the earth plane, from the universe, okay, during all this time. And we've talked about that earlier in some videos. There's such high energy coming in, and then it's meeting the fast-paced energy of this particular month and time of year here in this part of our planet. And so you don't want to burn yourself out. You don't want to try to do too much when you've not been doing as much, that kind of thing. You want to pace yourself. You want to balance yourself. You want to really let yourself be as grounded as you can let yourself be during this time. That intense grounding also helps manifestation to manifest more quickly and more fully for you as well. So it is an abundant time. And that sounds funny to say coming out of COVID and the difficulty that so many people are having with work and money and all of that. But this is an abundant time. Certainly energetically, it's an abundant time. And so if you're aware of energy and you can allow the energy in, so much the better, okay? If you can really think about what it is that you're wanting, to do in terms of what you are here to do for your karmic work that you're here to do, what you're here to learn, okay? Let yourself do that work with yourself, and then that will bring it out into the world. Do it with yourself and then bring it into the world. Or as you're doing it with yourself, you're bringing it into the world. That's so important for people to know, that you are in service if you are working on yourself. You're in service if you are raising your own vibration. So that is what a lot of people will be feeling during this time, is this higher vibration. It is important that you have worked on your own, holes and blocks and your fears and your shame and your difficulties and your critical voice and all of those things that can lower our vibration. It is important that you've worked on those so that your high energy can match the high energy that's coming in. So for people that have been working on themselves for a period of time, fabulous. But even for people who have not, it's never too late to start. It's never too late to work to raise your vibration, to heal yourself, to be able to come more from a soul level rather than an ego defensive level. And that's the spiritual path of moving more from one to the other, that our personality can align with our soul rather than with our ego defensiveness. And so allow that in yourself. Allow that. And I've said this a lot. The ego reacts, the soul responds. That's a quick way to get the difference of where you're coming from. So there's a lot of responsiveness that can be happening right now on this planet, and especially in this area where we're at, although I may be talking to people all over. But it is important to realize that the world is speeding up. Time is speeding up. The magnetic polar poles are moving, and they're starting to speed up in their movement as well, okay? This opens us up. This can make us more vulnerable, but it's in alignment with the huge changes that need to be undergone during this particular time on the planet that we're here, of letting go of old paradigms. It's time to release the past, okay? To release the past. We will never go back to the normal that we knew in this country, or maybe the whole world, before COVID. But we will come back to a sense of normalcy for us. But let that sense of normalcy be a higher vibration, be a more thoughtful one, be a more select one, be it making your life more how you would like it to be in whatever level and way that you can, okay? Doing something in a minimalistic, simple, light way can be as profound as a maximalist kind of way of doing things. And that is important to understand. It's the energy that is important. It is not the amount necessarily, but the energy of the intention, okay? Basically, we need to set the intention, do the work, do the process, go through the steps without focusing on the goal. Okay, we can have an awareness of the goal, but we do not focus on it. We need to focus on the moment and the step-by-step process that we need to do wholeheartedly to get us where we want to be. You can do that with anything in your life. You can do that daily. You can do that around others. You can do that alone, okay, to let yourself come more into the moment and be in the place and the process, okay? That is so important for you to be, because that is a place of healing. Literally meeting ourselves where we are is a place of healing. So meeting yourself in this incredible paradoxical time of time speeding up and things moving and changing so fast, and it still feels like we're maybe slugging through water or slugging through a slower energy as well. We will continue to ascend and move into higher energy and faster frequency as we continue to release the past and let go and come into the new beginning. Let yourself realize that you can let go, okay, of much of the stuff of your life, and you don't have to carry it around with you. And as I tell my students, trust me, if there's more to work on, it'll show up again. It'll still be there. You won't lose it by accident, but you can set the intention of laying it down. It's a great time to offer things up to the divine. Offer it up. Ask for help. Spirit guides are standing by and on the ready. A little different than the people that stormed the Capitol. But anyway, they're standing by and on the ready to help you in all the ways that you need help, with their unconditional loving, their ability to move matter, their ability to move you in the direction that you need to go, their ability to raise your soul up to a higher level of vibration of where they're coming from, so there can be more of a communion between you and them, so that you can come from that higher vibrational level in your own inner voice, in your own soul connection with self. And that is so important, okay, to allow yourself to do. Even more, it's always important to do this, but even more now, move the critical voice out. There's so many critical voices. It's incredible to watch, television or movies or listen to things of how much critical, judgmental energy. It just flies around all the time. That takes us out of connection with our soul, our essential self, and puts us back into our ego structure. And it lowers the vibration almost immediately, okay? Let yourself lay the critical voice down. It'll show up again when you start something new or move to a different level of vibration, but allow yourself to move it out, lay it down. It's a belief, it's not the truth. That is important to remember. It's a belief, it's not a truth. And so it is time to kind of open up these belief systems that we have. It's always a level. It's a level in everyone's development. We move through the physical body, the emotions, the mental levels. We move through our psychological development. We move through, what we know and what we believe. And so it's important to really look at, from this higher mental level, your belief system. That is what is changing big time right now, and it needs to. It needs to lighten up. It needs to come more into positive. It needs to realize that just because you've had an experience, that is not the only way that the world works. For you to look for options and alternatives and other ways, and to find role models that are much more positive or encouraging or uplifting. Certainly, your spirit guides are all those things, but it's also great if you can find that support in the physical plane, okay, in your life, in your world. Be that to others. Be encouraging, not self-deprecating or deprecating others. Be encouraging, be uplifting, be positive. You can give valuable feedback for how people need to change by saying it in a positive way. You don't have to, attack them. You don't have to judge them. You don't have to demean them. You don't have to belittle. You don't have to do any of that. We don't like it when it's done to us. Let's not do it to anybody else, okay? So staying in that higher vibration, okay, in your emotions, in your communication, in your thought process, in your belief system is so important. And take your beliefs out. We always think that our beliefs are true. They're not their beliefs. They came from childhood, or they come from a past life, okay? Or they came from somebody, indoctrinating us into them. Find your own beliefs. Find your own beliefs based on your heart and soul and your experience, okay? Not only this lifetime, other lifetimes, in between lifetimes. It can expand out, okay? You can allow yourself to believe in the greater glory of the whole universe, okay? The earth plane is difficult. It's difficult. It's painful here. It's difficult. It's slow. It's tedious, okay? We get stuck in that slower energy of the physical realm, the physical laws. We can move higher into the spiritual laws. We can move into much more compassion and love and allowing and being, okay? In this higher spiritual realm that is not stuck so much in the physical realm. We can be in the physical realm and not be stuck in it, And that is important to hold that as maybe a mantra for you, to really not only think outside the box in the physical realm, but think outside the physical realm. Let yourself do that. You can still be grounded and present in your body and do that as well. So this expansion of self is something that has begun already, but we will feel it more during this particular time in April. We will feel it more April, May, June. The springtime will be a lot of this expansion of yourself. You'll find yourself thinking things you haven't thought before. You'll find yourself doing things you haven't done before. You'll find yourself going in new directions. All of that is creative. It's enlightening. It's opening. It's allowing you to ascend into the higher realms, because the old ways perhaps there before now. So it is time for us to go there now. So you can do that. You can do that with all the ways you hold yourself to be true to yourself, and allow yourself to do that as much as you possibly can. And so allow these faster, higher energies of Aries, of April, to let yourself be moved as well as you moving with them, and allowing the change that's happening everywhere you look right now on this planet. Allow yourself to be one of those beautiful plants that are flowering and blooming. So, namaste. Go have a great April. Have a great beginning of spring. Thank you.